Yeah, I love that stuff. I do it at home all the time. Drives my wife nuts. It's the, it's that voice, the inner world. It's great.
Falls asleep. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And is she talking? Yeah, she's saying mama.
You don't have to hide anything from us.
She's right, Serena. I mean, none of us are saints.
Because this person couldn't get the scenes out.
Fans of, and then you meet them and get to know them as a person. And
no, I want it. I like it.
Yeah, Brandon worked really hard. He got up so early this morning.
Yeah.
All of Louis' flowers.
Always doing the most.
Yeah, he was, I call him a sociopath. I mean, I think that he...
Imagine your favorite Hollywood power couple, always smiling, always charming, hiding a web of scandals, betrayals, and broken promises behind closed doors. What if I told you that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, the so-called wholesome duo, have been secretly running the most toxic, manipulative Hollywood scam for years? And now, the truth is finally coming out. From stealing creative work to backstabbing their co-stars, the real story behind their rise to fame is way darker than you ever imagined. So grab a snack, turn your phone on, do not disturb, and let's dive into the Hollywood illusion that's finally crumbling. Blake Lively has been admired for her effortless grace, but what if I told you her entire career is built on stealing, manipulating, and leaving people in the dust? Let's rewind to 2014 when she launched Preserve, her lifestyle brand that was supposed to be the next big thing, except it flopped spectacularly within a year.
The times where people ignore the red flags and say, let's just keep pushing, those are the times where you fail. The majority of things that we're buying are created by men. You always learn more from your failures than you do your success.
Why? Because it turns out she was allegedly stealing designs from small creators, ordering samples under fake names, and ghosting them once she had copied their work. Multiple artists have come forward, claiming that she took their original designs, mass-produced them, and profited, while they got nothing. Sound familiar? Because this pattern repeats itself over and over again. When Preserve crashed and burned in 2015, Blake brushed it off, saying it was too ahead of its time. But receipts say otherwise. People who worked with her behind the scenes claim she was impossible to deal with and cared more about controlling the image of her brand than actually delivering a product that worked. And trust me, this isn't even the worst part. To make matters worse, Preserve wasn't just a failure, it was a marketing disaster. The website was painfully out of touch, filled with cringeworthy artsy language that no one could understand. Critics called it pretentious and incoherent, and instead of taking responsibility, Blake tried to spin the narrative, acting like she was a visionary ahead of her time. But the reality? She was just another celebrity trying to cash in on a lifestyle trend without doing the work. And here's where things get even sketchier. When Preserve flopped, Blake quietly erased all traces of it from her history. She deleted interviews, scrubbed articles, and acted like it never happened. It's almost as if she hoped people would forget she ever tried to become the next Martha Stewart. But the internet never forgets, and now more and more receipts are coming out about how she used small business owners, stole ideas, and walked away unscathed. If you thought her toxic behavior started in business, think again. Gossip Girl was the show that made Blake Lively a star. But what if I told you she was one of the biggest reasons for tension on set? Her first major victim.
She's best friends with this girl.
Penn Badgley? Yes, the same guy who played her on-screen love interest, Dan Humphrey. According to insiders, Blake actively tried to sabotage Penn's reputation behind the scenes, convincing cast members to ice him out simply because she didn't like him. Imagine walking onto set every day.
Oh, Chuck, I had no idea you felt that way about me.
And realizing your entire co-star team had already decided to hate you, all because of one person. It took weeks before people realized Penn was actually a good guy, but by then, the damage was already done. And when they finally dated in real life for 3 years, it didn't end with a mutual breakup. It ended with Blake running straight into Ryan Reynolds' arms. And guess what happened to Penn's career after that? Hollywood insiders say that Blake pulled strings to get him blacklisted just because she didn't want to see him succeed. If you think that's a stretch, then you should hear what she did to Leighton Meester. What makes this whole situation even more disturbing is that Penn never did anything wrong. Unlike some Hollywood actors who get canceled for serious scandals, his only crime was being on the wrong side of Blake Lively's mood swings. And let's not forget—
All right, we need to get this crazy girl out of here.
Are you trying to have me killed, Bass?
Fine.
Oh my God, I am going to scream.
So is this how you found out about that night of butter?
Now.
You bring Georgina here?
After Gossip Girl, Blake's career skyrocketed, while Penn had to grind for years before he finally got another major role in You. Even more shocking, some sources claim that when Blake left Penn, she did it in the most cold-hearted way possible, by cutting him off completely and pretending he never existed. When she started dating Ryan Reynolds, she acted like Penn was a nobody, and insiders say Ryan wasn't exactly welcoming either. Could it be that Blake saw Penn as a stepping stone and nothing more? On screen, Blair Waldorf and Serena van der Woodsen had their fair share of drama, but off-screen, Blake and Leighton's real-life feud was worse. Gossip Girl's executive producer Joshua Safran admitted that Blake and Leighton were not friends in real life, and people who worked with them have since revealed that Blake went out of her way to make Leighton's life miserable.
More sense when you're watching a show that there's not an obvious choice between good and evil, so she would seem like the obvious choice, but she's also got, flaws as well.
Leighton, who played Blair, was actually the fan favorite on Gossip Girl, but guess what? Blake hated that. There are rumors that she used her influence to make sure she got better press, more magazine covers, and a bigger push as the face of the show, even though Blair Waldorf was the character that most people were obsessed with. If you've ever noticed how quickly Leighton's Hollywood career faded after Gossip Girl ended, now you know why. Some sources even claim that Blake plotted to make Leighton look bad behind the scenes, from spreading rumors to giving her the cold shoulder during press tours.
Stephanie's my girlfriend. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so
should leave him.
Blake made sure Leighton never got the recognition she deserved. And let's not forget, the media always painted Leighton as difficult, while Blake got to be the golden girl. But was Leighton really the problem, or was she just a victim of Blake's Hollywood games?
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey.
Ryan Reynolds has mastered the art of being Hollywood's lovable funny guy.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I do it at home all the time. Drives my wife nuts. It's the, it's that voice. It's the in a world divided by fear.
But what if I told you, behind the scenes, he's one of the most controlling, manipulative, and toxic actors to work with? The truth about his on-set behavior is finally coming out, and it's not pretty. Let's start with Deadpool. Ryan had so much control over the film that he reportedly bullied the original director, Tim Miller, into quitting. Tim, who was responsible for making Deadpool a hit, refused to be Ryan's puppet, so Ryan basically pushed him out and took full control of the franchise. And it didn't stop there. His co-star TJ Miller, who played Weasel.
After he got super famous from the first Deadpool, then things kind of changed. I think he was like, see, you guys see? And then I think I don't know. I mean, would I work with him again?
Said that Ryan treated him like absolute garbage on set, humiliating him in front of the cast and crew for no reason. According to TJ Miller, Ryan's behavior on set changed drastically after Deadpool became a massive success. He described Ryan as arrogant and dismissive.
I think he's kind of an insecure dude. He's really nice, but I mean, his Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that tested the best in focus groups. And I'm not sure that he's joking.
Even going so far as to publicly embarrass him in front of the cast. This was a stark contrast to the Ryan Reynolds people saw in interviews. The charming, self-deprecating funny guy who seemed like he could do no wrong.
We're on track.
It's a game changer when the baby falls asleep. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And is she talking?
Yeah, she's saying mama.
And let's not forget his messy feud with Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino, known for his blunt honesty, called out Ryan for making forgettable Netflix movies that don't contribute to the cinematic landscape. That wasn't just a dig, it was a sign that even Hollywood's most respected filmmakers see through Ryan's manufactured nice guy persona. But it doesn't stop with Deadpool. Ryan's overbearing behavior extends to his business ventures as well.
Get into this right here. How did you get involved? Aviation gin? What is going on? This is an American-made gin.
It's an American gin, a little smoother than its British counterparts, a little more drinkable. Wow, I sound like a pro.
Yeah, you're actually getting good at
I really know nothing about gin. If I ran the company for real, it would be on fire.
His takeover of Aviation Gin was branded as a success story, but insiders say he forced out the original partners and made it all about himself. The same thing happened with Mint Mobile. Ryan bought into the company and used his celebrity status to make it a household name, but those who worked with him say he's obsessed with control and makes all the decisions, leaving little room for anyone else's input. For years, Blake and Ryan have gotten away with their manipulative and controlling behavior, but now people are finally speaking up. Marina Baccarin, the lead actress in Deadpool, was suddenly phased out of the franchise, and insiders say it's because she clashed with Ryan behind the scenes. Justin Baldoni, who was working with Blake on It Ends With Us, mysteriously stopped promoting the movie after leaked messages showed tension between him and Blake.
Hey guys, good morning. Well, Justin Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, tells me they're not done taking legal action following their lawsuit against the New York Times, adding that he plans to release even more text messages between the co-stars. Friedman insists the truth is in those documents and that Blake Lively is the one who used her power and influence to take control of the film.
Even former friends like Jake Gyllenhaal have distanced themselves from Ryan, with fans noticing that they no longer interact or attend industry events together. The cracks are showing, and Hollywood is no longer letting it slide. Blake and Ryan's perfect couple image has shielded them from scrutiny for years. But now, too many people are coming forward with similar stories. The Hollywood industry is known for covering up the bad behavior of its biggest stars. But in the age of social media, the truth has a way of coming out. Directors, co-stars, and insiders are speaking up. And the common thread? Blake and Ryan aren't who they pretend to be. More than that, their business dealings are now under scrutiny. Multiple small business owners have accused Blake of using their ideas and taking credit. Meanwhile, Ryan's investment ventures seem more focused on his personal brand than on actual innovation. Hollywood insiders say their strategy is clear. Attach themselves to a promising project, take full control, then push out the original creators and make it all about them. For years, Blake and Ryan sold us the perfect Hollywood romance. Flirty social media posts, adorable red carpet moments, and that couple goals image. But now, the facade is falling apart. The truth is finally out there, and more people are realizing that behind the charm and humor, there's a pattern of deception, control, and power plays. So what do y'all think? Is this just the beginning of Blake and Ryan's downfall, or will Hollywood keep protecting them? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to check out my deep dives on Penn Badgley calling out Blake and Anna Kendrick exposing her feud with Blake. Stay tuned for more tea, because this drama is far from over. See y'all in the next one.